it's kind of funny. We were the coffee sponsor for the Newport International Boat Show about a month ago. And we signed on to that a few months prior. And we were thinking, how are we going to produce this much iced coffee on site? Because normally you go through a process where you're brewing the coffee hot, you need it to cool, then you can have iced coffee. Or you can do cold brew, but that takes a long time as well. And, just the amount of space we would need, the amount of water that we would need is because water is to us is very critical to the coffee brewing process. So that really we were thinking and trying to figure out what can we do. And Joe, our partner, said, what if we were to can the coffee? And we had seen some around, we had tried some. A lot of times it's cold brew that they do because that process is a bit easier. But we actually found this provider in Massachusetts. Their name's Elemental Brewing. And they came up with this proprietary process called snap chilling, where they brew the coffee hot and they basically flash chill it into the can at 36 degrees. And it preserves the flavor, the aroma. There's no additives, there's no oxidation, and there's no dilution. So you're truly drinking cold coffee.
Oh, wow.
And the flavor is bold, it's smooth, it is delicious. They were a huge hit. And now we've started selling them directly. It's becoming an even bigger hit because it's something you can take on the go. It's easy. You can drink it from a can. If you want to add, milk or sugar or oat milk or whatnot, you can pour it out and do that. The good news is the shelf life on these. Have them, that's why I keep looking at them.
Perfect.
If they're kept cold, Elemental's saying about 6 to 12 months, which is a long shelf life.
A long time.
And the good news, and one of the things that was important for us, was that they don't have to remain cold chain, which means they don't have to go from being cold to staying cold in a truck, refrigerated truck, to into refrigerated storage, to into your house cold. They can actually be kept room temperature for about 2 weeks or so without losing any of the body or the flavor or the aroma.
Oh, okay.
Which is very rare because most need to be kept cold to preserve that. So, as we're thinking of, as we're sending them in the mail, how do we make sure that nothing's going to get lost from a flavor profile? And that actually is helping us because once you get it, if you can't get into the fridge right away, no problem. But once you do, you can have a great cold coffee. It's called Snap Chilled. It's delicious. We have our medium roast right now, but it's pretty bold. And it's great.
And now could this also be reheated?
That's probably the number one question we get. And I looked into that because I wanted to make sure and I wanted to try it. And if you pour it out of the can, put it in a mug, you could totally have it as hot coffee too.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Yeah.
So there's so many, so you can have it chilled, you can have room temperature, you can have it hot. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yep. I recommend it chilled. It's intended to be chilled.
Right.
So that's where I think you're going to get the best. And I don't know, I'm an iced coffee guy. It's something about New England. We tend to be around as coffee drinkers. I don't know, we're gluttons for punishment for the cold. But it is really, really delicious.